Simply put, a bullet journal is an organizational system in a notebook that keeps track of anything you would want to write down in a coherent way. It is an amazing system that keeps a record of everything. It can act as a task manager, a diary, a place to write down ideas, a sketchbook, and even a place to keep notes for school. This analog system was created by Ryder Carroll, a designer based in New York. In his words, he said that the journal is meant to help you track the past, organize the present, and plan for the future. I found that the bullet journaling process really works for me just because it allows me to organize my thoughts while also being creative. My brain is one that tends to bounce from one idea to another really quickly, so this method really helps me manage my priorities, remember tasks, and also doodle, which a normal planner kind of restricts because it already has the lines drawn out and each month is already planned. I commonly get asked what got me interested in bullet journaling. The short answer would be Pinterest. Although that's where I got my inspiration from, the main reason I started this was to be able to write down things that I would remember in the future. It's always cool when you find an old notebook from, say, kindergarten where you would have to write poems for your morning startups. They're just interesting to look back to and remember the times that you had at a younger age. So I just wanted to have a platform where I could write down things that happened in my life that I want to remember in the future. I asked a few people who know about bullet journaling to ask me some questions to answer in this video. So the first question was, when did I first find out about this? I first got introduced into bullet journaling around, it was probably late 2017. I began my first journal in January 2018. Second question was, how do I get inspired? Typically, I have ideas that come to me. Either they are based on a theme that I want to follow, say it's like raining outside and I have rain stickers, then I'll do that. Or if it's April and April reminds me of spring and flowers, so I'll want to do a spread that has flowers or butterflies or spring animals like bunnies. But occasionally I'll be looking through Pinterest or Instagram and I will find some inspiration there too. The third question is actually one of my favorite questions. Have you evolved in your style of bullet journaling since you've started? And yes, I have a lot. I used to just use pens and colored pencils when I was journaling. Nothing else. Now I like to use cutouts from magazines. I like to use washi tape. I like to use stickers. I like to find things from places that I travel to and stick them in there just because it adds a 3D aspect and a more busy page, so you don't just look at one thing. You're allowed to look at different parts of the page and there's more than one aspect to explore. Another question I got asked is, why do I have multiple journals? I personally didn't want to mix my diary journal that I use for travels and memories with my planning journal. Just like someone wouldn't want to combine a school planner with a personal diary. I like to have two separate journals, so when I say go out of town, I only need to bring the one that I use to record memories or thoughts or pictures. Another reason I really like to do this, especially around others, is because it really inspires people. I personally have gotten 3 younger girls started with this process, and I truly wish that I had an influence that got me to start at a younger age, because I think that writing down memories is a lost art. Today we typically turn to social media or other media platforms to post our memories to the world, but nobody really has that sacred little diary that we see in all these old movies that a majority of the girls used to keep. When journaling, I typically start with just writing the date and picking either a color or a theme. As you can see with this spread, I went for a red, blue, and green theme. This all started due to a specific sticker I had, which inspired me to incorporate multiple colors. Along with writing about certain things that happened during the day, at the bottom I included a recipe that I tried for cauliflower taco bowls, just so that I can go back and recreate what I had made. This is also a great place to keep things like recipes, so that in the future, if you want to recreate them or share them with others, you can just flip to the page and show them. Some pages in my journal aren't even about personal experiences or things that happened during the day. This one, for example, is different fruits and vegetables and proteins that I typically eat. My favorite thing about bullet journaling is you don't have to follow in anybody's footsteps. You can make the process anything you want it to be. Each page is blank for a reason. It gives you an empty canvas to do what you choose with it. I hope this video helped deepen your understanding of the process of bullet journaling and maybe even inspired you to start one of your own.